Welcome to These Are the Blades of Our Lives, the figure skating show where I talk to you about figure skating like it is drama for our mamas. On today's episode, I will be tackling the 2023 World Junior Figure Skating Championship. Honestly, guys, I have been watching the entire Junior Grand Prix and Grand Prix final this season. But the thing is, over the past, I would say 4 or 6 years, juniors has really just broken my heart. There were so many juniors that I was so invested in all the discipline, girls, boys, pairs, ice dance. And I would keep looking for them to grow to mature, only for them to retire one after the other, to disappear. And so I had reached a point where I was like, okay, I'm not going to emotionally invest in these juniors anymore because it's just not worth the heartache. But even though I'm not as emotionally invested in the juniors as I used to be, I have still been watching the Junior Grand Prix and Junior events. And so I do have some predictions on what I think will happen at Worlds. Now, starting with pairs, again, beating a dead horse, we all know pairs without Russia is a very weak discipline right now. So we're not gonna see anything wow. We're gonna see junior pairs. I think we had become very used to seeing senior pair level skating at junior pair events when we included the Russians. So now we're just gonna see very junior pair skating at Junior Worlds. So there's going to be a lot of doubles, throws, double twists, double side by side. But even with that, there are a couple of pairs that I do feel will stand out. For me, I would give them like a 70% chance of winning the gold medal. If they stay on their feet for the majority of their short and long program, I think that Anastasia Golubiva and Hector, um, I'm gonna skip his middle name and go to Moore. Yes, yes, look it up on the screen. I wrote it out. So I really think Anastasia and Hector have the best chance of coming out on top with the gold medal at this event. They have all of their senior elements already. They have the triple twist, the triple throw, and I think they have a triple side by side in both the short and the long program. So if they can actually do their elements, I can definitely see them winning this event. The only thing that could spoil their win would be the young American team of Sophia Braram and Daniel Tinumentsev. Again, this is another team that also have their triple twist, which is very nice. Their triple throw, very nice. Side by side, it's more of a hit or miss for them. But this pair is very well matched with beautiful line. They're nicely packaged. So if Anastasia and Hector slips up at any point in their skating, I could see Sophia and Danielle coming in there and taking the gold medal from them. Then we also have Violeta Sirenova and Ivan Kobata. They're also another young pair with some nice elements. I'm also seeing them on the podium if they can manage to remain mostly clean. The remainder of the top six should be Haruna Murakami and Sumida Moriguchi. I believe they have the most difficult um, side by side jumps in pairs, period, junior and senior, and that's including the Russian pairs. I believe on record they currently have the most difficult side by side in pairs. Whether they'll be able to do those clean in the long program remain to be seen. But again, a very promising young pair with some doubles, but still very promising. Then we have like the young Chinese national junior national champion, Yang Jishi and Deng Shuyong. With this pair, we're gonna get beautiful lifts, beautiful throw, beautiful twist. The side by side, more likely than not, she's gonna go down on it. For some reason, I don't know why the Chinese pair program does not invest in technical coaches, because all of their ladies would be completely beyond everyone else if they could just land their side by side jump. So I don't know why they don't bring in a technical specialist, but that is the one weakness most of the Chinese pairs have always had in that, well, not always, but just the more recent one, and that is the side by side ladies jumps. So I still see them in the top six, but I feel like that's the only thing that would hold them down. And then rounding up the top six would be the Canadian junior champions, Chloe Panetta and Kiera Trecher. Again, a lot of double doubles, but if they could go clean with those double doubles, I could see them in the top six. And then we have men. I feel like men is not even a question. Kyle Mura should definitely win the gold. He literally spent this entire season competing at seniors. And it's not to say that Junior Worlds will not have its own level of pressure, but I feel like having just won four continent, having withstood the pressure of that senior prestigious international competition, should have done something at altitude also. That should have done something for his nerve, that by the time he gets to like junior worlds, he should just get in there and say, I have a job, I'm gonna do it and get it done. He really would have to implode pretty badly for him not to win the gold medal. In second place, I'm going to put Nikolai Melola. I really like the look of Nikolai. He's a very tall skater, but he's got that balance of athleticism and artistry that I really like to see in skating. He could do the difficult jumps, but he's not all about the jumps. He's got very nice arm, very nice back. If Nikolai fails to deliver, another skater that I could easily see taking that silver medalist is Luca Broussard. We absolutely unitedly in the skating world love Luca. Musically, posture, knee bend, leg extension. This is just a lovely skater, well packaged. Unfortunately, he doesn't have the technical firepower of some of the other guys in this competition, but nevertheless, a very well packaged skater who, when the skaters who are only jump oriented fails to deliver, he can definitely get in there as a complete package skater. I'm also seeing the possibility of Nozumu Yoshiko being on the podium if any of the other skaters fail to deliver. He has the tech good, not so much the skating, packaging, musicality, and so forth, but definitely the tech good. So he could definitely find himself on the podium if other people fail to deliver. I also see Wesley Chu, Chen Yu Da, and Andreas Norderback. All of these young skaters, I feel, have an equal chance of possibly taking home a bronze medal. But it all comes down to who's able to deliver in the moment, under pressure, when it counts. I do think like Wesley Chu, who do have, a little more experience at Junior World, performing at a high level, as well as all the experience he had at seniors this season, I do think like that will serve him well, and he may be able to pull it over some of the other skaters who didn't compete as much as him this season, who do not have the tech experience that he does. So I do think like Wesley Chu also stands a pretty good chance at that bronze medal. And then we move on to ice dance. I think ice dance is going to be one of the most competitive fields in juniors. First off, to start with, we have two very competitive, promising teams. At the beginning of the season, I think the majority of us thought the young Czech team of Katerina Makoskov and Daniel Mores Mazek were going to be the junior Grand Prix final winner, the junior world title winners. But unfortunately, despite having such a brilliant season, things just sort of imploded for them at the Grand Prix final. Both of their rhythm dance and their free dance. Now, that's not to say they cannot make a comeback at Worlds, but given the fact that the last impression they left on the judges was literally of them imploding, they now have to come from behind and dig themselves out of a hole. Whereas the young Canadian team, Nadia Bushnikov and Peter Beaumont, they're coming off a win at the Grand Prix final. They're coming up a slowly but steady building up. And also remember, they have a very powerful federation behind them. The Canadian Federation, especially when it comes to ice dance, is a very well established, very powerful federation. Are they really going to just let that gold medal slip from their fingers, especially given the fact that Piper and Paul may not be able to bring that gold medal home in seniors? Are they really going to let it go in juniors, or are they going to put their all behind Nadia and Peter? So if I had to bet, I would bet the junior world title will go to Nadia and Peter over Katerina and Danielle, only because the momentum is with Nadia and Peter, and Katerina and Danielle are literally digging themselves out of a hole. As for the bronze medal, this is a personal favorite of mine. I don't know if the judges will agree with me, if it will go this way, but if I had my choice, it would be the young South Korean team that I would put in the bronze medal position. Honestly, Hannah Lin and Yi Kwan have been one of my favorite junior pairs this season. I think she is to die for. She is divine. She's so into like everything. Her positioning, her face. She is giving you Miss D level of face, and he is just a wonderful partner. He just, shows her off to the best of his ability. He's always there with her, supporting her, lifting her. I just think they're a really interesting young couple with two very strong programs. So if it was up to me, I would have them on the podium with the bronze medal. But I think probably the judges will go with the British pair of Phoebe Becker and James Hernandez. Again, I think it's going to come down to federation. The British have a better organized, stronger federation in terms of ice dance. And it has been a really long time since England medaled at any of the discipline. And now that they have a team who maybe could be on the up and coming and could start medaling, I also don't see them letting that medal go if there's any way they can get it. So I do see the judges probably swinging in favor of Phoebe and James. Not so much that they're going to outskate Hannah and Yi, but just because of the politics of things. And then rounding up my top eight, I have Selena Fradi and Jean Ha for Nerks, the French team. Again, another young team that has been on the junior circuit for quite a while, slowly building up their skills. And I cannot wait to see where this team go. There's something really interesting about them. Then we have the German team, which I really, really like. Daria Grimm and Mikhail Savarsky, really nice. pair. They're really well matched and really quirky and interesting. I feel like they're gonna bring us a lot of unique programs in the future. And then we have the Ukrainian Maria Punchki and Makita. Today is just not my day for name. Makita Pogorilovo. Pogorilov. Okay, Pogorilov. I feel like the audience will probably be behind them. They'll get a nice boost of energy, and I really hope they can come out here and skate clean. And lastly is the young Israel team, the young team from Israel, Elizabeta Takshenko and Alexei Kilikov. Her hair is fabulous. Can I just take a minute to say that her hair is fabulous? She is another one who is all about the face, the line, the extension. I feel like they do need to work on their basic skating skills and they have room to grow. But this is another team that I'm interested to see how they grow because I feel like there is so much potential there. And then, of course, as always, we get to the event that I love the most, that I look forward to the most. And of course, that is the one and only, the women's discipline. I'm going to say, I think, again, the same way in the men. If she comes and she does her job, Mao Shimada should walk away with the gold. Technically speaking, she has the highest tech component of any skater skating on the international circuit. That's excluding all of the Russian women. Just from the senior and junior women who are competing right now in the international circuit, Mao Shimada as a junior has the highest tech difficulty. But the beauty about Mao is not just her technical difficulty. It's her skating skill, it's her presentation, it's her musicality, it's her facial expression, it's her knee bend, it's the fact that she has a really good jump technique. I don't personally think she should be doing quads and triple axels, but regardless of that, at least she's doing it with a solid jump technique. There is something just so delightful about her skating, something so light about it. There is just something about Mao that makes you want to invest in her as a skater. So I feel like if she comes and she delivers what she has done all season, I definitely see Mao walking away with the gold medal. Now, in second place with the silver is Jia Shen. My heart is breaking for Jia Shen because you guys know personally last season I had her as the junior world gold medal winner. I had put her over Isabel Vito. Not that I had any real problem with the judges going with Isabel Vito, but for me, I had felt Jia Chen was more of a complete package, and that was who I was going for the world, for the junior world champion. Unfortunately, she didn't win that, and I feel like again she's going to possibly be the silver medalist. And not that there's anything wrong with being a silver medalist because you have to work incredibly hard to be on that podium. But I do feel like this will be another season where the junior world title will not go to her. But then again, you never know. It's figure skating. The ice is slippery. The blade is thin. Anything that can happen will probably happen. But for me right now, based on what I've seen this season, I would put Jia Shen in second place. As for the rest of the podium, guys, it is anyone's game to take. The young ladies in the top 12 are also talented that we can have any combination of the podium. So far, I would say the highest probability with 25% would be Ami Nakai. very well trained skater, very musically inclined skater, beautiful jumps when she lands them, nice outside edge, nice straight back, a beautiful outright on her edge. So she definitely has what it takes to be on the podium as a bronze medalist. But then what right behind her is Miso Kwan. Delightful. I know everybody else didn't like the ears, but I love the ears. Meow. I was all about that cat. She might not have the technical difficulties of some of her competitors, but what she does have, it's that it factor, that ice presence, that performance. And if she can give that performance skate clean and others falter, you never know. She might just find her way on the podium. Then right behind her is Yoo Kim. Again, South Korea and Japan are so deep in talent. And Yoo Kim is another one of those talent. Just very elegant, very composed, very well packaged, beautiful young skater. But it's not just Japan and America that are giving us these beautifully well packaged skaters. The US also is coming up because we have Josephine Lee just coming off of a phenomenon performance at US Nationals. If she can repeat that long program and have a better short program, what's to stop Josephine from getting on the podium if another skater falter? Then you also have Kimi Rippon, who also had a brilliant outing at European, where she ended up on the podium. If she repeats those two outings, she might also find herself, on the podium. There is just so many potential um, podium combination that it's really hard to say who's gonna end up where. And then you have like skaters who probably will just try to make it into the top 6 to 10. You have Soho Lee from the US, also another exquisitely packaged skater who, if she's able to get it together and rotate her jumps, who knows where she can end up. And then you have, Zai Shi En, exquisite. And again, not the same technical level as some of her competitors, but her spins, probably the best in the competition. Her position, her packaging, especially in the long program, just beautiful. And then you also have like, these dark horses, like Kaya Ruckner from Canada. And then we have Nina Petrokina. Who knows how everyone will perform and where these young ladies will end? I know I keep saying this and I sound like a broken record, but what the absence of the Russians, especially in the women, have given us is mystery in skating. It has given us back true competition where the skaters don't know who's going to end up where. The judges don't really have a set placement, and we, the audience, do not know who's going to end up where. Had this been any of the previous 3 or 4 cycles of figure skating, we already would have known 1 to 3 would have likely been all Russian skaters, or at least the top 2 spots would have gone to Russian skaters. Now we have no idea. We have no idea what the podium is going to look like. And to me, that is the best part of skating. When you eliminate that 10-point Eteri bonus, you create a level playing field that really brings the competitive excitement back to skating. So I am really looking forward to juniors, especially for these young women, to see, how they all perform under pressure and who ends up where. But you guys let me know, how do you think the 2023 Junior Worlds will play out?